Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good afternoon. So penultimate class, last but one class. One more class for the session. Hope it has been a joyful journey for all of you. So many times we have chanted this Om here. Today I wanted to tell you something about Om, because you are all here to learn languages. When you utter Om, the sound actually has to start here. Om actually is a condensed word. Condensed sound symbol of 3 letters, A, U and Ma. A, U, Ma. When you pronounce A, you have to use your throat. A. U, it just rolls, right? And Ma, you have to use your lips. 2 lips should touch. Ma. A, U, Ma. So, Auma, 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 fast when you do it, it becomes Om. Right? Why only A? Why only U? Why only Ma? We may have this question. So, to utter any sound, sound apparatus, we have to use this. Throat, lips, and also it has to roll in between whatever it is there. So, they have chosen these 3 letters to utter which actually you have to use the sound producing apparatus. So, this Om actually is the least differentiated and most generalized sound symbol of God. Why only Om? Because of this. A, U, Ma. 3 letters they have chosen. So it contains, in essence, all the sounds that are there in the world. So Om, in essence, contains all the languages. It contains all the languages. It contains all the sounds. And it's the least differentiated, most generalized sound symbol of God. If you have to represent God through a sound, actually, what is the best possible sound? The Om. That's why Om is so powerful. If you ask me what is the essence of the Vedas, Upanishads are the essence of the Vedas. What is the essence of the Upanishads? Bhagavad Gita is the essence of the Upanishads. Yesterday we celebrated Krishnashtami here. I told actually our spoken English students about the Bhagavad Gita and the central essence of it. So what is the central essence of Gita? It's Om. It is there in the Gita itself. Om iti ekaksharam brahma. Om iti ekaksharam brahma. If you have to express God through one sound symbol, the most appropriate sound symbol for that would be this Om. So, by uttering Om, your mind will get purified. It becomes rarefied. Not just purified, if you utter with faith, slowly over a period of time, it gets so rarefied. In the sense, it almost becomes like consciousness. Because Om is kind of bridge which takes you across from this material to the spiritual. From this world of name and form to that which is beyond name and form and which is the source of name and form. So, which is consciousness, which is God. So that's why Om is really powerful. It's not just there in Hindu culture, Sanatana Dharma, it is there in other cultures also. In Christianity, it is Amen. After saying prayer, they say Amen. Why only Amen? Why not some other sound symbol? In Islam also, they use the word Amin. After saying Namaz, they use the word Amin. Uma only is there. Uma, Ama. So in Sanatana Dharma, it is Om, Auma. When it is pronounced fast, it becomes Om. So this Om contains all the sound symbols, all the sounds of all the languages. So in essence, it contains all the languages. As students of language learning, I advise you to repeat Om for some time every day. It helps you to purify your mind. I'm sorry. So it helps you to purify your mind. Now actually we are struggling to learn anything. It takes so much of time for us. But we are not actually focusing on improving the capacity of the mind as such. So same German language, if you ask Vivekananda to learn, he will learn in 1 month. In fact, he learned French in 1 week, believe me. 1 week he was in France. In 1 week he learned French and started speaking in French. So that kind of powers actually are there with us also, but as we don't train our mind, we don't try to purify our mind, any learning process takes more time for us. Again, there are differences between one individual and another individual. All are not, endowed with the same capacity, but there is a way to enhance and to increase our capacity, brain capacity. And Vivekananda says, an average man uses only 3 to 4% of his mental powers. 96 to 97% goes away, gets scattered. That's the reason when you utter Om, actually, it purifies your mind. You just see what are we doing today in our world. Constantly we are meditating on matter. What is the one quality of matter? One quality of matter is inertia, jada. Day and night, what are we thinking about? We are thinking about money and material things. Constantly when you are meditating on money and material things, what happens? Mind also acquires the quality of matter. Material things, mind. Mind is actually not matter, it is between consciousness and matter. And Vivekananda says matter is nothing but spirit at a very low rate of vibration. That's why it stays as matter. Something to become matter, it has to become this ghana. It has to acquire inertia. Then only it stays at a particular place and it will have 3 dimensions. That which is not solid and that which is not matter, it can't have 3 dimensions. It is beyond. That's why it becomes infinite. This is finite. This becomes finite and that becomes infinite. The infinite actually is Chaitanya. Infinite is consciousness. You just look at the universe. Universe has no boundary as such. It is infinite. So why? Because it has come from the infinite, it is infinite. Purnamada, Purnamidam. Purnat, Purnamudachyate. From the infinite only will come into existence. The scientists are wonderstruck. What is the limit of the universe? Up to where the stars are there. There is no limit. You go and go, the stars are there. You travel for eternity. For light years you travel. Still you will find the universe. You will not see the end of the universe. Now they use the word infinite, Ananta. See, basically we don't understand what is Ananta. Our mind cannot grasp. Because mind is expecting some spatial boundary somewhere. Mind is expecting some limit for the universe. Universe should only be up to here. And beyond what should be there? Okay? Mind actually has a limitation. It can think only in terms of time and space. But that is a limitation of the mind. But that which is beyond mind is not limited by time and space. That's why it is infinite. So most of the time they use this word without really knowing the meaning of it. So by uttering Om, because it is a sound symbol of God, will purify your mind, because that helps you to go towards consciousness. When you go towards your consciousness, your mind also becomes more powerful. And by uttering this Om, you can enhance the capacities of mind, and then the learning process becomes easy. Not only just Omkara uttering, meditation, prayer, selfless service. These are all the processes which help you to travel towards God or consciousness. The more you progress towards spirit and consciousness, the greater the power that you will be able to manifest and radiate. And people have this misunderstanding that if you come to spiritual path, your secular goals, mundane goals will get hampered. Mundane goals, there are 2 different paths. No. Only when you are spiritual, it becomes easy for you to become successful in mundane life also, I tell you. You really want to attain success in mundane world also. Okay, you ought to become spiritual, you must take to some sadhana, whether it is a meditation or prayer or repetition of God's name or Omkara, or some other form of spiritual method. Without that, you won't be able to really harness your true potential, true energy, that which you have latent, hidden in you. So my request to all of you is try to utter Om as much as is possible. It is science, it's not, related to any faith or belief. Pure science. It is the most generalized and the least differentiated sound symbol of God. It is called Shabda Brahman in Sanskrit. So by uttering that, your mind will get purified and you will be able to learn your languages fast. Okay, I'm not giving you a spiritual reward, I'm giving you only the material mundane reward. Okay, thank you. Nice afternoon.